Hey everyone, this is Carla R. Jenkins, and welcome to this video about my Azure Cloud Evolution. This video came about because yesterday in my personal Facebook memories, it popped up that a year ago, I passed my Azure Data Fundamentals. If you know anything about that, it was not a smooth ride. I'll put the video in here about my whole situation with a certain testing provider that I went through because Microsoft, as of right now, is still having this COVID $15 discount from now until December 31st, 2021. So, this is about the 3 lessons learned that I learned along the way. So, title is Give It 1 Year, My Azure Evolution. Number 1, I keep getting better the further along I go. So, I know it sounds cliquish and sounds weird and woo-woo, but it all starts with a decision to try and a decision to start. I always wanted to be multi-cloud. Even when I was studying Amazon Web Services through Ohio Mishan for the Workforce Development Program. That's how I got my cloud certification. I wanted to learn more than just one cloud service, and that was in 2019. It's now 2021, and everyone's talking about multi-cloud. Well, I was doing that over 2 years ago. Since my passing Azure Data Fundamentals on October 19th, 2020, I have passed my AI 900 on November the 2nd, AZ 104, which is Azure Administrator Associate, on April the 7th, 2021, SC 900, which is Microsoft Security Fundamentals, on April 20th, 2021. That was a beta exam that I took in March. AI 100, which is the retired Azure Artificial Intelligence Engineer, on June 28, 2021. And then AZ 700, which was a beta exam that I passed September 29, 2021. I sat for that in August 16, 2021. I had a very vast, wide knowledge of the different Azure products and services, the different Azure security, Microsoft 365 security. It truly expanded my knowledge of just continue in 1 year being able to do that. So it's not just the standard Azure, it's also artificial intelligence, machine learning. There's also Microsoft security. There's also big data and synapse. I have a very wide range, and that's why I'm so in demand for that. But it's just how much progress you can get in 1 year of Azure. And I started not knowing anything about Azure. As I mentioned earlier, my background was in Amazon Web Services, and yes, I do have programming background. I will say that I have SAS, which is statistical analysis software. But just to be able to start from DP 900 and to move up just from the fundamentals to doing one of the hardest associate exams in Azure, that is huge. Number 2 is I'm better at finding quality resources. So what I will say is, in the beginning with DP 900 and AI 900, it wasn't as popular as they are now. The main focus was on AZ 900, which I did take in August, but you had to find a lot of resources and make sure that they were high quality. What I will say is, a year later, I know what are the reputable Udemy exams, what are the good YouTube videos to look at, where to go to find things. And I feel that my being able to do that in 2020 with Azure Data Fundamentals and Azure AI Fundamentals helped me on my beta exam, which I'll talk about next, with SC 900 and AZ 700, because there weren't any resources when you take beta. You have to cobble things together. But in the 2 beta exams that I've taken this year, I managed to pass both of them because you refine and you improve looking at the discernment of the quality of resources you have, especially for Azure. Number 3 is I am a self-starter and at time impatient. I do feel that the beta exam taps into that, and it really helps when you're putting yourself out there for cloud positions, because if you are an early adopter, it feeds into that. So I've been talking about how I passed my AZ-700 Azure Network Engineer Associate Beta exam, and it was the hardest Azure Associate exam that I've ever taken. I'm not the only one saying that. A lot of people who took it, whether they passed it or failed it, it resonated with them too. There's people who are Microsoft certified trainers who were saying that. Uh, but I will say that my being a self-starter and an early adopter and sometimes impatient really, really helped me um, get farther along, because I'm not sitting there waiting for somebody to do something for me. So when it came to AZ-700, I said, okay, I'll take the beta because it's network and I wanted to be a certified cloud engineer in Azure. I knew that there wasn't a lot of resources, but going back to number 2, because I was able to find quality resources and have a process for it with DP900 and AI900, I was able to take that transferable skill from those 2 fundamental exams and apply it to SC900, which is another fundamental, and AZ-700. So those are the 3 lessons learned from my Azure Evolution of giving it a year. The 3 are: I keep getting better the further along I go. The ability to find quality resources for both regular certification exams and beta. And then the third one is how the beta exam for me taps into my being a self-starter, an early adopter, and impatient at times, because I'm able to get the resources, get the result before anyone else, and just instantly apply it and do it. So I hope this video is helpful for people who want to be in cloud, people who feel like it's very hard in the beginning. Everything in the beginning is hard, but if you give it a year, you will get better. You may not have my results, but you will be better. You will be further along. I wish everyone well. So check me out on my website, carlarjenkins.com/contact, as well as, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon to never miss any videos in IT, cloud, and project management. If you're outside of YouTube, you can subscribe at carlarjenkins.com/contact. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.